What's the longest word in the English language? Welcome to Tell Everyone Trivia, facts too good to keep to yourself. You might be thinking of something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, the whimsical word from Mary Poppins. But while it's long and fun to say, it's only 34 letters. And honestly, it was made up for a movie. The real answer is much, much more complicated and way harder to pronounce. Let's start with a monster. Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. That's 45 letters long. And yes, it's a real word. It refers to a lung disease caused by inhaling very fine particles of silica dust, usually from volcanoes. Try spelling that during a spelling bee. The word was coined in 1935 by the president of the National Puzzlers League, mostly as a joke, but dictionaries picked it up and it became a trivia legend. But wait, it gets weirder. That 45-letter word isn't even the longest word ever used in English. Because if we count technical and chemical names, there are words that go far beyond anything the dictionary can handle. For example, the full chemical name for the protein titin is the longest word in history. It has 189,819 letters. It takes over 3.5 hours to say out loud. Scientists don't even try. They just call it Titan. Smart move. Now, technically, chemical names like that are not accepted as dictionary words. They're generated by rules in chemistry and aren't meant for casual conversation. That's why most linguists don't count them as real words in the traditional sense. So if we exclude chemical names and nonsense words, what's the longest non-technical word ever used in English? That might be floxinaucinihilipilification. Yes, that's a real word. It means the act of estimating something as worthless. It was coined in the 18th century as a joke by students at Eton College, who mashed together 4 Latin words that all meant nothing. Somehow, it stuck. And then there's anti-disestablishmentarianism, a 28-letter political term referring to opposition to removing the Church of England as the state church. That word was once a favorite in school debates and spelling contests, mostly because it sounds important. So here's the deal. The longest word in English depends on what counts as a word. If it's a dictionary word, pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis wins. If it's a made-up technical term, titin's chemical name dwarfs everything. If it's a real word people actually use, well, floxinaucinihilipilification and anti-disestablishmentarianism have had their moment. But here's the twist. English is endlessly flexible. It loves smashing words together. It lets scientists, poets, and pranksters invent new ones on the fly. That's why this list can change and why we keep asking the question. So next time you think you've seen a long word, remember, someone probably has one that's longer, weirder, and nearly impossible to pronounce. Now let's be honest. Would you rather say titin's chemical name, or just call it the protein, with a name longer than the Bible? If you made it through this video without biting your tongue, give yourself a round of applause and leave a comment with the longest word you can think of. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because next time we're tackling the shortest sentence in the English language that's also grammatically correct.